Right, this is basically the act of privilege escalation. We are trying to escalate and get into the CAN-call servers. These CAN-call servers, they're the ones that hosted three different databases: the CAN-call database, the TNA database, and the IEBC database. You're going to do the privilege escalation and get the usernames and the passwords and get right into the database, the live database as at now, as we are speaking. We are trying to initialize connection to the intranet.cancall.com. The connection will take a bit long since it is over the internet. Once we establish the connection, we'll be able to see all the databases available and the server that this portal is resting on. As you can see from the screen, yes, databases found. And our code here is currently downloading all the databases to our end. That's CAN-call database, TNA database, and the IEBC database. All the databases that have been found on this specific server. These are the databases that we'll use now to get in and to get what we want, to get the live database. Right. Good. As we had seen earlier on when we're starting, we were trying to privilege escalate and get into the CAN-call server. CAN-call is one of the organizations that is hosting one of the biggest call center in Kenya, and we have managed to get into their server. As you can see, this screen here shows us that we are right in the Windows Server 2008, and when we view up here, we'll see that this machine belongs to CAN-call. Now, we want to privilege escalate and see what is there in this machine. Their database here is running on Oracle, and we have privilege escalated, and we've seen that we are able to get the user, which is IEBC, and the database is called CAN-call. We are logging in using the username IEBC, and we are connecting as the system database administrator. Let's see if we manage to log in. Right, we have managed to log in successfully, and up here you see IEBC at CAN-call. This one shows you that IEBC had a database with the CAN-call. The CAN-call was hosting IEBC. When you scroll down, you see the naming schemas here is a bit difficult. It will be a bit difficult to know which table is having what at what instance. Now, it took some time to get to know which table we are looking for here. Let's look for a table with a Scott as an owner. Now when you scroll up, we get to SO. There we have it, Scott.results. Now this table has different columns: constitution code, constituency name, DIDA, Karua. These are the ones that we want. Now we insert a query. We select from Scott.result and we see what it has. When we run this query, there we go. This is exact thing that we are looking for, resting on IEBC database under can call. As you can see down here, we are able to see the constituency code. For instance, constituency number 148 there is Marakwet West. Now let's now order these constituencies. Let's now order our table by constituency name. Right, constituency 144 is Ainabkoi, and we order them by constituency code from constituency number 1, which is Changamwe, and all the results up to down there, we can see we have the totals for Kenyatta is 6,173,433 as was announced. There for Odinga, 5,340,546 as was announced. So we are on the real database. We are on the real database. Now, as we're moving on, we can have confirmation of different constituencies like Ndiwa. There we go. There we go. Ndiwa constituency number 250 had all those. Now, let's try now see if what we're thinking about is really right. What we had seen on the first video where we got TNA, CanCall, and IBC being hosted by one server. We're still on the same computer, and here let's try using the username TNA and entering in the database called TNA as a sysdba down there. Now, we use the same password we used the other time for the sysdba, and there we go. We are inside. We are inside. TNA, this is the database name, TNA at TNA as sysdba. Now, let's look for the tables and see if the table that we had found earlier, on IEBC database, if it's the same table and has the same owner as it was. We can see Scott being the owner of the database, and this other side on the TNA, Scott is still the owner of the database, and it's given a code written market_race_CRM. We'll see later on where this name is coming from. Now, let's do some confirmation. Let's do some confirmation if we have the right data. We run now SQL query, and we select all from this specific table, scott.market_res.crm. We run the query. Running the query means that we want to see what's there on the table. There we go. There we go. Constituency number 1, up to, down, down, down. We move down to constituency, the last constituency number 291. And there we have the figures that you're looking for. The figures that you're looking for. They are really telling. 6,273,433. There, Odinga has 5,340,546. Remember, this is a different database. This is TNA, and they're being hosted on one specific machine. They're being hosted on one specific machine. That is one proof. Now, when we get now to the front end, we want now to log in with using the password that we got earlier on the intranet for the can call. Let's try logging in. We see what we'll find on the front end. When we log into the intranet, We will enter a username and a password. There, under CRM, we'll see there is QA CRM, IEBC, call center, market trace, Airtel Money, first call. Now, this is what we need, the IEBC call center. What does it have? What does it have? It opens a tab written African Focus CRM. This tab, African Focus CRM, since the key business of CanCall is for managing calls. And there we go. We have IEBC logo up there. IEBC logo up there. As we move ahead, we'll see that when we try getting now to the next thing, which is market trace. Market trace, what data will it give us? Wow. internet.cancall.com/apps market trace. Market trace belonged to TNA. Alright. Market trace belonged to TNA. From the front end, we see market trace has TNA data. This is one of the proof that CanCall was hosting both IEBC and TNA, and they had very specific datas. They had election data. They had everything that was being replicated on the other side.